Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here on Wave Now. I'm Myra Ansari. So right now we are going over to the Louisville Bats. They're welcoming their manager, Pat Kelly, at a press conference today. Let's jump into this presser and listen in.
Be the 26th season of baseball here at Louisville Slugger Field of Bats baseball. March 27th is opening night against the Omaha Storm Chasers, a 7:15 first pitch. Hopefully the snow will be melted by then. Todd and crew will have a lot of, yeah, they're not shoveling, that's right. We'll have to PPD that one, but I'm sure it'll be melted by then. We'll be looking forward to some good weather. It's always 70 and sunny on opening night. A lot of exciting things coming up this season, which you'll hear about with Greg Galliette, the Bats president, coming up here in a bit. You can see a lot of the promo schedules scrolling on the monitors here, and we have a lot of exciting things in store. But just touching on opening night, a lot happening that night. Certainly a couple of the highlights. The Superstars will be here, a Louisville original, which is always great to see them and partnering with folks that are founded here in Louisville, as we are Louisville's longest running professional sports team. Also, the return of $1 beers will start on opening night. $1 12-ounce Miller and Coors cans available at the Miller Time Tap House and Home Run Hops. Those will be from when gates open until first pitch at 7:15, and then just $3 after that. But that'll be every Friday night, accompanied by live music. So the return of dollar beers here at Louisville Slugger Field each Friday certainly is something that we're very much looking forward to, and it kicks off on that March 27th opening night. Well, the reason while we're here, we'll get into it. Our skipper is back for his 6th straight season. He's been the only manager here with the Bats since we returned to baseball after COVID. His 7th overall season-ish. There's been there were a lot of weird things that happened the first couple. But this offseason, PK was presented with the Mike Coolball Award. It's been presented annually since 2008 to an individual who has shown outstanding baseball work ethic, knowledge of the game, and skill in mentoring young players. And I don't think there's anyone that is more suited for that award, and that describes anyone better than him. Has 2,092 career wins as a minor league manager, countless others in winter ball, etc. He's back for another year at the helm. Our manager, Pat Kelly. And PK will say a few words. Greg is going to present the jersey here, but want to point out the batting practice cap that PK will be wearing. A brand new secondary logo on that. Those caps available now in the Bats team store, but that's what the players will be wearing during VP this year. A very, very good look with a new logo. Welcome back, PK.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, you still fit into it. I think it shrunk a little bit. You know, I'm always amazed that, we introduce new managers and all at the major league level, and we can never figure out how to get these jerseys on and make it look halfway comfortable.
Except the old days when they pulled over your head.
Yeah, back in the day.
They didn't use buttons.
We didn't have buttons. That's right. So much better. All right, that's good. Thanks, Nick. Kind of reminds me of yesterday, just seeing Nick. Nick handles our travel in the summertime, and if you don't know, ball players, if you can't complain, you can't be a ball player. So, and Nick realizes that because our travels things don't always work out. And even if it works out, somebody's going to complain. But I had a good day yesterday.
Never you, though. You never complain.
That you know of. But I left Sarasota yesterday, or was supposed to leave. And we had frost on the wings. And let me preface this, I live in Florida. I've been there for 40 years. I grew up in California. But nobody's from Florida, okay? We're all from other places. Nobody's a native other than you. So, we love to send to our friends in the north, when it's 80 degrees and all this kind of stuff. My wife grew up in Alaska. She took pictures of frost on the roof the other day, so so she could send it to her sisters. But anyway, we can't fly out of Sarasota in the morning because we have ice on the wings. Well, every place else you just go and de-ice, right? Can't do that in Florida. We have natural de-icing. We wait till the sun comes up and it melts the ice, and then we can take off. Well, obviously I missed my flight, and then I got to spend 5 hours in Nashville, which, by the way, if you're gonna spend 5 hours in an airport, Nashville's not a bad place to be. I mean, they got a country singer in every restaurant, some young singer trying to make it. So it's really, if you got to spend 5 hours, it's not that bad. But the biggest thing I want to tell you is Puxatawny Phil doesn't know what he's talking about, all right? Because I'm leaving Monday to go to Arizona for spring training. So I promise you guys, spring is coming, and it's coming quick, all right? You're not going to have another 6 years or 6 weeks of winter, I promise. And eventually this will melt, hopefully. But looking forward to it, going to spring training. Obviously, I've got a couple of new members to my staff. I love my staff. We've got Reed Cornelius back as my pitching coach. We've got D. Ward back as our hitting coach, who did great jobs last year. We're getting Vince Harrison back, who was our infield instructor a couple of years ago. We've got him. We've got a new youngster, Peterson Palaz, who's kind of a hustler, will be really good for working with our outfielders. And then player-wise, I think we got a chance to be a much better club. Obviously, we saw the second half of the year, we had a really strong lineup, and it was because the Major League team was being successful, and we had to have some depth for them to help them get to the playoffs. So I think looking to it, obviously they think they're a contender. Big signing this week with Eugenio Suarez, and I think that's going to really help that lineup. And then it helps us because obviously people filter down and end up giving us some strong players. I think we should have some really good pitching, got some good young arms, and obviously that starting staff in the big leagues is really solid. So we should have some quality arms. It's really hard to know exactly who we're going to have because obviously somebody's going to have a great spring and make the club. But I'm really excited about getting things going. And, March 27th can't come soon enough. Thank you very much.
Thanks, PK. He'll be available for one-on-ones after this. He may not know that, but he'll be available for one-on-ones after this. Well, I guess we're flying through Nashville to go everywhere now.
That's right.
No one will complain about that. Turns out ball players do complain. That's a very factual statement. Mentioned earlier, a great promotional schedule ahead. You've seen some of it scrolling on the screens, but talking a little bit more about some of the highlights of what we have in store here in 2026. You know him, you love him. That's President Greg Elliott.
Nick, thank you. It's good to be back doing this. I missed the unveiling of the humidity back in November, and boy, I'd love to have some humidity right now to enjoy and actually sweat a little bit, but it's coming. Like PK said, we can't go through this much longer, and I wish I was going to Arizona with you Monday. I'm very jealous, but first of all, I want to commend our marketing department, who did an absolutely fabulous job this offseason, putting together a really attractive promotional calendar that I think, even if you're not a baseball fan, you're going to enjoy coming to the ballpark, especially if you're a parent or a grandparent. You're going to be coming here because of Bluey, Paw Patrol, events like that. And to see the smiles on everybody's faces last year for Bluey, I can't believe that was one of the few games that PK got thrown out of. And I kept waiting for him to pop up in line up there with all those grandkids he has. So maybe you'll get thrown out this year on April 4th, and we could see you up here in the Hall of Fame in the Bluey line. But we really are excited about the promotional calendar we put together. Obviously, we're real excited about the humidity identity that we've created. I think that's going to play well once we get into the warmer months of the season. But of course, we've got some really cool attractions coming up beforehand. Nick touched a little bit on opening night. Of course, Bluey on April 4th, but Thunder. Gosh, let's hope we actually have Thunder this year and we're not going to be flooded out. That'll be on Saturday, April 18th. everybody in this community already knows there's no better place to view Thunder, experience Thunder than here in Slugger Field. And we look forward to showcasing the ballpark that day. Great concert after our games over that afternoon with the Crashers, leading us right into the 9:30 fireworks show that night. So again, Thunder over Louisville should be a huge success here in April. May, I'm excited. Our friends from Pepsi are here today. We got Star Wars night on a Saturday night in May. And after the game, we're going to have a drone show. And that should be a lot of fun. We've done one of these already. Had a lot of really positive comments about that show. So we're bringing it back. And again, Pepsi, thank you so much for your support for that. As we get into June, of course, we'll be getting into the humidity nights. We've got a lot of other great promotions. Anybody that remembers Bronson Arroyo, the pitcher from the Cincinnati Reds from years back, he's actually going to be bringing his band here, and they're going to play after our Saturday night game on June 27th. We're actually going to start that night game a little earlier, have Bronson's band play in the outfield, and then it's going to lead us into a big fireworks show that night because, unfortunately, Major League Baseball didn't schedule us here on either July 3 or 4. So we'll actually be away from Slugger Field. So this is kind of our way of having an early 250th celebration of the United States. So put that on your calendars for the 27th of June. We get into August, some great events in August. 2 bobbleheads are going to be featured in August. One is Terry Francona of the Cincinnati Reds, their manager, which everybody knows. But a lot of people don't realize and remember, Terry played for the 1990 Louisville Redbirds. So we are going to feature Terry in a Redbirds uniform, and actually back when Terry had hair. So he's really excited about this bobblehead, so we're looking forward to giving it away and also saluting the Louisville Redbirds on that night. And then one that we've been engaging with Coach Kelsey, the other PK in town, which Pat likes to call PK2 because Pat was here first, so he's PK1. We're doing a Pat Kelsey bobblehead, and that'll be towards the end of August, and Coach Kelsey is really excited about this. We caught him in a great photo that when he was out here in 2024 throwing out a first pitch. So we're replicating that into a bobblehead, and we're really excited to have that be part of a U of L night here at Slugger Field. So again, all these great promotions will be available on our website at batsbaseball.com, all our ticket packages. But again, it's great to be back. It's great to be talking about baseball because it's not going to be far away. Again, thank you for coming out. Be sure to stick around afterwards and enjoy our great lunch. And again, it's great to see all these faces, and it won't be long till we're playing baseball.
Thanks, Greg. He'll also be available for one-on-ones if you'd like to talk to him more about the promotional schedule and things. And that backyard baseball night, kind of our Independence Day celebration, Pablo Sanchez will be here as well for photo ops, part of that, for anyone who played backyard baseball. So that's going to be a huge night. Looking forward to having a bunch of folks out here. One last thing on the radio side, this will be our second straight year back with iHeartMedia. Looking forward to that on Sports Talk 790, and also working on some exciting things to bring real-time audio, not on the delay in the ballpark, which was something we were working on throughout last year and think we have nailed down. So that is going to be a really exciting thing on that side of it. We'll get to one-on-ones. If anyone wants one with PK or Greg, you can see Aaron Charis, Bats Public Relations Manager, or me, and we'll get you set up. If anyone has any questions now, you certainly are free to ask. But if you'd rather do that in the one-on-one setting, probably easier. If not, big thanks to OVG, our stadium concession partner. We'll enjoy lunch. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you need one-on-ones, just see us. Looking forward to March 27th and getting the season underway. Thank you all.